Welcome to the Master Travel Health stand. Master have a range of clinics all around the UK. I'm one of the nurses that works for Master. My name's Eun. You might be lulled into quite a sense of security with going on organised tours and that kind of thing, but it's important to kind of think about, even in places where you wouldn't think they're that exotic or that dangerous. You are in different places, different countries. You might not have as good a health care system, and you do have to be well prepared and have plans of how to deal with certain situations when they come up.
my name's Chris Smith. I'm one of the wildlife sales consultants at Wildlife Worldwide. And for the last 23 years, we specialise in tailor-made or bespoke wildlife holidays to destinations across the world. So pretty much if there's good wildlife there, we'll have a trip going there. Now, before joining the company, I was lucky enough to travel fairly extensively. I've been to 6 out of the 7 of the world's continents, and some of the destinations I've been to include Madagascar, Brazil, Kenya to see cheetahs and leopards, Australia, India, and various places like this. But I can honestly say that Guyana really is one of the most captivating wildlife and wilderness destinations that I've been lucky enough to visit, that's for sure.
Chris, is this your first time at the destination show?
No, I think I've been coming here for about 5 or 6 years. Earlier I used to have a stand with the ATO, the Association of Independent Tour Operators, and now I help out on the Moroccan National Tourist Office stand.
Okay, so you have a company called Discover Limited.
We do.
Can you just tell me a little bit about the company?
Well, this is a company that my younger brother Mike started in 1978 that specialises in trips to Morocco, and subsequently we acquired a property in Morocco called the Kasbah du Toubkal, which is involved in a lot of our itineraries that we design for clients in small groups.
And what sort of holidays can one have there?
Well, so Morocco as a country is the northwestern edge of Africa. It has 3,500 kilometres of coastline. It has 4 mountain ranges. It has 6 major cities you can visit. It has the Sahara Desert. You can do most things there. People are very surprised how varied it is, and it's now connected to the UK by about 78 flights a week.
And you do packages there, do you?
We tend to do tailor-mades, so it's designed to meet the needs of people, be that 5 days in Marrakesh, a few days in the mountains, visiting Fez, or a tour around the country.
Can you tell us about your famous Kasbah du Toubkal?
I can tell you a little bit about it. It was originally built in the 1930s by a Moroccan Qaid, I could say a local baron, and it was abandoned in '56 when the French left, and we acquired it in the late 80s, and it has now been redeveloped into a 14-room hotel, and just recently we've been incorporated in a new collection of hotels called the National Geographic Unique Lodges of the World, of which there are 24. We're one in Morocco.
And it looks like it's on the top of a hilltop.
Well, it is, and in fact one of the things that makes it unique is it has no road access, so the last 500 metres is by foot or by mule. But once you're there, we have hopefully most of the creature comforts. We have underfloor heating to make it cosy and snuggly in winter, and in the summer it's probably 20 degrees cooler than Marrakesh, which can become a bit like a furnace.
Sounds idyllic.
We think it is.
Can you tell me exactly what Great Golf actually is?
Well, Great Golf started off just as a magazine, hard copy Golf Travel and Lifestyle magazine, which is distributed through 5-star golf resorts, top airlines, British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, private jets, private clubs. So we have journalists travelling all over the world. They go to these amazing locations, they play golf, they drink wine, they eat wonderful food, experience all the experiences that are available. And so we write these wonderful articles, 7+ pages, and it's only dawned on us, well, it's great that people read these articles, but then how do they actually do what our journalists did? There's nobody actually providing the service. So we partnered up with Derek Moore from the TaylorMade Group's company, and together Great Golf Adventures. So now The journalists will visit, for example, Mauritius or Thailand, and they will experience all those wonderful things, and then we will put together a package that we'll offer to our readers.
Okay, can you just give me an idea of some of the resorts you actually do go to?
Well, we've just included 4 new locations. We have a trip to the Cadiz region of Spain, where you fly to Jerez. You have a trip at the bodegas, there's the show bodegas. You visit the Andalusian horse show, play golf in Jerez. You go to Cadiz, you visit Cadiz, you see historical sites. St. Petru, play golf there. There's a cruise on a boat out into the Atlantic. So that's a European one. We have another one, for example, Thailand, where you go to Thailand, you play golf, you have a ride on an elephant through the jungle, you take a boat ride down the river. So it's putting together all these experiences. The idea being that there's a lot of people who want to go on holiday, maybe there's one golfer and one non-golfer.
I was coming to that. What about the golfing skills? I mean,
the golfing skills are not important. This is not for your dyed-in-the-wool golfers. This is for your maybe couples or friends who maybe want to play a little bit of golf, or maybe certain people in the party don't even want to play golf. So there's something for them to do while the people who want to play golf have the opportunity to do that. So I would say a maximum of 50% golf for the holiday, but it could be 0. It's really up to the individuals.
Grape Escapes, we're a wine tour operator, and our tours are primarily around Europe to France, Spain, Portugal and Italy. We've been around for 10 years, so if you like wine and you like travel, we're definitely the people to talk to.
Excellent. So I quite enjoy getting off to weekend breaks. Any in particular you'd recommend?
Absolutely. France is a very popular destination as a whole. Within that, I'd say our most popular region is the Champagne region. It's a very festive place, very well located in terms of accessibility from the UK. Great weekend away.
Okay, I've seen some of the pictures on the board behind you. What's that view down there?
So this view down here is the Douro region in Portugal. We offer some great 2 and 3 night breaks that take in not only the city of Porto and the port lodges and the delights of that particularly spectacular city, you can also go out into the vineyards and look at the beautiful scenery of the Douro Valley, and also you can stay as the guest of a winery, which is a real treat.
So what do I need to do now to get more details?
So to get more details, obviously you can have a look at our website, www.grapeescapes.net. Always happy to speak to people on the phone. The best thing to do is to give me a call, let me know where you want to go. I would particularly recommend Portugal, it's a fantastic region. And then we can put something together for you. We can do tailor-made as well, of course.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't afford to do what I do without commercialising it, without, sponsorship and the television and things like that. And I love it, but my dream expedition would be to have an expedition without having to tweet about it.
First time at the destination show?
No, we actually came here last year, and what's really gratifying is we've had at least over the first 2 days, had at least 30 people come back and saying they've used the bottles now in Timbuktu, Uzbekistan, India, trekking Nepal, filtering all types of different water. We've even had one lady filtered water from the Ganges. So what you've got is a brand new technology filter, which for the first time incorporates 3 different filtration methods. So the combination of those mean that the filter can take any water, even water like that. Right?
Yeah. Oh, so I see, yes. Yeah.
Okay. And the filter sits directly underneath the spout. So when you drink through the spout like a sports bottle, you draw water through the filter. And there are 3 technologies. We use traditional carbon. Traditional carbon will take out the bad taste and the bad smell out of the water. It also takes small particles. We use 2 nanotechnologies. The first one reduces the pore size down, so it creates a mechanical filter, which basically is 2 smaller pore size. Things like bacteria and some cysts and protozoa to pass through. But the clever thing is the third technology adds a hydrostatic charge into the water, acting like a magnet. So the magnet attracts and traps things as small as viruses inside the membrane. So that renders that water completely safe to drink. So we've had our filters tested in London, here at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, where it clearly shows that we take out in excess of 99.9% of things like poliovirus, a very small virus, as representative viruses, E. coli, representative bacteria, which for a filter as technical as this are relatively straightforward because they're large particles. We take out protozoa and cysts, and we've even tested for things like free chlorine in the water, because that filter will take out chlorine, fluoride. Even if you're travelling to the Indian subcontinent where they've got problems with pesticides in the water, it'll even take out the pesticides from the water. So it's a really, really unusual filter, and it's the combination of the 3 technologies which make us completely different from what else is on the market.
And so how long do these filters last?
Each of the filters, that filter for example, will last you for 200 litres. That's a 75 centilitre bottle. So if you were to fill that bottle up 3 times a day, and and drink that amount of water every day, that one single filter will last you over 3 months. So it's perfect for people travelling, even on holidays in Europe, in Spain and Portugal, all the areas that say you can't drink the water, it's because it's not filtered. In a lot of cases it's desalinated but not filtered. And that will do the same job, taking out all the harmful bacteria, chlorine and fluoride, even the heavy metals like lead. With this bottle, it's reusable, even dishwasher safe. In addition to that, once the filter is spent at the end of 200 litres, you can simply cut the top and the bottom off. They will go into plastic recycling. The membrane itself goes in the compost heap and will biodegrade. So you've got a green product, vastly reduces the amount of plastic waste there is, and saves the consumer a fortune instead of buying bottled
It's basically environmental friendly. Yeah?
It is,
yeah. How do you know when the filter's got to the end of its life?
At the end of 200 litres, the carbon starts to lose its strength and the water will gradually start to taste as it did before you were filtering, or if you were abroad, it just tastes a little bit bitter. Once you get that sensory prompt, not dissimilar to how we taste and smell the milk before we make a cup of tea, once you get that sensory prompt, you know it's time to change your filter.